on the highest, and the radio gone plain. Headlights through the rain. They closed the northbound crossing at 9:15. A trooper swung his flashlight down a mile of idling line. I turned around at Miller's and I found the county way, a gravel spine that's older than the highway. Headlights through the rain, two beams and nothing more. The county's underwater from the ridge down to the shore. I've got a load of lumber and a promise I can't break, so I'll take the road the river didn't take. Wipers on the highest and the radio gone plain. Headlights through the rain. The ditches all are running like they mean to take the field. The corn's laid flat in patches where the wind refused to yield. There's a mailbox turned sideways at the bottom of the grade, and every farm's a lantern small and afraid. Headlights through the rain, two beams and nothing more. The county's underwater from the ridge down to the shore. I've got a load of lumber and a promise I can't break, so I'll take the road the river didn't take. Wipers on the highest and the radio gone plain. Headlights through the rain. I've hauled through worse than this in 1971, outside of Cedar Junction, when the culverts came undone. You learn to read the water by the color, not the sound. Brown means moving, black means going down. Headlights through the rain, two beams and nothing more. The county's underwater from the ridge down to the shore. I've got a load of lumber and a promise I can't break, so I'll take the road the river didn't take. Wipers on the highest and the radio gone plain. Headlights through the rain. There's a truck stop up at 60 where the tall lights never quit. I've slept there in the summer with the vent doors open split. Tonight there'll be a dozen of us waiting out the storm, the strangers in the dry and in the warm. I don't know one of their names, and they know nothing much of mine. We'll share the one long counter and the 60-watt sign. And somewhere near the morning, when the weather lets us go, we'll each pull out alone into the Lord. The last darkest, when you know that you are near. The tall lights come up yellow through the weather, thin and clear. I drop it down to second, and I let the engine cool. The lot is full of running lights and fuel. Headlights through the rain, two beams and nothing more. The county's underwater, from the ridge down to the shore. I've got a load of lumber and a promise I can't break, so I'll take the road the river didn't take. Wipers on the highs and the radio gon' play. Headlights through the rain, two beams and nothing more. The wipers do the counting till I'm parked outside the door. The county's underwater, but the coffee's on the flame. Headlights through the rain. The last mile's always longest, when you know that you are near. The tall lights come up yellow through the weather, thin and clear. I drop it down to second, and I let the engine cool. The lot is full of running lights and fuel. Headlights through the rain, two beams and nothing more. The county's underwater, from the ridge down to the shore. I've got a load of
Nobody's on this highway but the ones who had no choice. The double line is under, and the mile signs lost their voice. The wipers keep the time like a drummer counting four, and the tires throw a curtain at the shoulder and the shore. I hum to keep from thinking of the water gaining ground. The wipers keep the time, the only sound. The blade on my side's older than the truck by half a year. It leaves a little crescent that I look around to steer. Meant to buy another every spring since '72, and every spring there's something else to do. Nobody's on this highway but the ones who had no choice. The double line is under, and the mile signs lost their voice. The wipers keep the time like a drummer counting four, and the tires throw a curtain at the shoulder and the shore. I hum to keep from thinking of the water gaining ground. The wipers keep the time, the only sound. A record passes empty with its yellow bar aglow. He lifts a finger off the wheel, the way the county men all do. 200 yards of nothing, then the dark comes back around, and it's just the blades and me and the drowning ground. Nobody's on this choice. The double line is under, and the mile signs lost their voice. The wipers keep the time, like a drummer counting four, and the tires throw a curtain at the shoulder and the shore. I hum to keep from thinking of the water gaining ground. The wipers keep the time, the only sound. There's a rhythm you can lean on when the whole night's coming apart. A metronome of rubber laying quarter notes across the dark. My father drummed the dashboard on the long haul, same as this. He never sang a word he wouldn't miss. Nobody's on this highway but the ones who had no choice. The double line is under, and the mile signs lost their voice. The wipers keep the time, like a drummer counting four, and the tires throw a curtain at the shoulder and the shore. I hum to keep from thinking of the water gaining ground. The wipers keep the time, the only sound. Four to the bar and the world reduced to what the beams allow. A reflector, then a fence post, then a barn without a cow. You can go a good while like that, past the point of being tired, till the shape of something orange shows up wired to a sawhorse in the middle, where the pavement disappears, and the blades keep counting on into your ears. There's a place a man decides that he has gone as far, and tonight it's got a barricade and a bar. So I sit with the engine idling and the heater running low, and I watch the two blades arguing with everything they know. There's no sense to hurrying a river to its rest. The wipers keep on counting out
horses and a lantern where the pavement meets the black. Barricades at the bridge, and there is no road going back. The river's up and licking at the underside of steel. You can hear the whole span shudder, you can feel. The county man just shakes his head and points the other way. Barricades at the bridge, and here we stay. It's the same green bridge my grandfather helped rivet into place. 1939, a summer, and a photograph somewhere. He's standing on the girder with his shirt tied at the waist, and the water 30 feet below to spare. Saw horses and a lantern where the pavement meets the black. Barricades at the bridge, and there is no road going back. The river's up and licking at the underside of steel. You can hear the whole span shudder, you can feel. The county man just shakes his head and points the other way. Barricades at the bridge, and here we stay. Tonight it's 3 feet under, and the trusses take the strain. There's a log the size of a school bus turning slowly in the main. It hits and something answers with a sound you feel in your teeth, and the county man steps backward on the heath. Saw horses and a lantern where the pavement meets the black. Barricades at the bridge, and there is no road going back. The river's up and licking at the underside of steel. You can hear the whole span shudder, you can feel. The county man just shakes his head and points the other way. Barricades at the bridge, and here we stay. There's 4 of us outstanding in the rain to watch it hold. A farmer and a salesman and a soldier and me. Nobody says a word about the family or the cold. We just watch a thing our people made stand free. Saw horses and a lantern where the pavement meets the black. Barricades at the bridge, and there is no road going back. The river's up and licking at the underside of steel. You can hear the whole span shudder, you can feel. The county man just shakes his head and points the other way. Barricades at the bridge, and here we stay. A bridge is just a promise that somebody made in steel. That the far side of the water is a place that you can reach, and the river doesn't hate it, doesn't argue with the deal. It just rises when it rises, and it teaches what it teaches. So we stand behind the sawhorse with our collars turned and wait for a promise to outlast a summer storm. And the lantern on the barricade goes swinging on its gate, like a small thing keeping something large from harm. By 1 o'clock they sawhorse and a chain, and the county man goes home to sleep and leaves us in the rain. There's a truck stop back at 60 with a sign you cannot miss, and nobody's going anywhere but this. Sawhorses and a lantern where the pavement meets the black. Barricades at the bridge, and there is no road going back. The river's up and licking at the underside of steel. You can hear the hose band shudder, you can feel. The county man just shakes his head and points the other way. Barricades at the bridge, and here we stay. Mud. Radio between stations, all the towers out of reach. A preacher and a ball game, trading places in the speech. They're nothing but an ocean sound that isn't any sea. Just weather talking quietly to me. I leave it where it's empty, 'cause the silence is worse. Radio between stations, hiss and verse. The dial's got a habit of remembering the year 1962, a Buick, and a song I still can hear. It comes in on the hilltops for a half a mile or less, then goes back down to static and to guess. Radio between stations, all the towers out of reach. A preacher and a ball game, trading places in the speech. They're nothing but an ocean sound that isn't any sea. Just weather talking quietly to me. I leave it where it's empty, 'cause the silence is worse. Radio between stations, hiss and verse. Somewhere there's a tower with a light on and a man reading off the river stage as slow as any man can. He says the crest is coming, and he says it twice for me. Then the hillside takes him back into the sea. Radio between stations, all the towers out of reach. A preacher and a ball game, trading places in the speech. They're nothing but an ocean sound that isn't any sea. Just weather talking quietly to me. I leave it where it's empty, 'cause the silence is worse. Radio between stations, hiss and verse. I've kept a dozen stations in my hand across the years. Call letters like initials of the people I've been near. They go
changes in the weather and the land. Radio between stations, all the towers out of reach. A preacher and a ball game, trading places in the speech. And nothing but an ocean sound that isn't any sea. Just weather talking quietly to me. I leave it where it's empty, 'cause the silence is worse. Radio between stations, hiss and verse. There's a comfort in the nothing that I never could explain, like the sound inside a shell held up against the rain. It doesn't ask a question, and it doesn't need a name, and it's never once been sorry that it came. My whole life I've been tuning through the middle of the dial, past the certain and the loud, and I stay a while. In the country between voices, where a man can think it through, where the only thing that's playing is what's true. When the tall lights of the truck stop come up yellow through the glass, I turn the knob to nothing and I let the ocean pass. They'll be talking soon enough, and coffee and a floor. Radio between stations and a door. Radio between stations, all the towers out of reach. A preacher and a ball game, trading places in the speech. And nothing but an ocean sound that isn't any sea. Just weather talking quietly to me. I leave it where it's empty, 'cause the silence is worse. Radio between stations, hiss and verse. All the towers out of reach, all the towers out of reach. There's a language in the static that I never got to teach. It's the sound the whole world makes when it's got nothing left to say. Radio between stations, all the way.
Somebody's out there with me, running slow and holding steady. Two red eyes in the weather, saying easy son, go easy. Taillights 2 miles ahead are all the map I need. A match's careful crawl and drop my speed. If he finds the bottom, then at least I'll see him go. Taillights 2 miles ahead, they're all I know. I picked him up past Danville, where the shoulder starts to break. A panel truck, a ladder rack, a load he shouldn't take. He hasn't gained a foot on me in 27 miles. knows. And I've come to think of him in friendly miles. Somebody's out there with me, running slow and holding steady. Two red eyes in the weather, saying easy son, go easy. Taillights 2 miles ahead are all the map I need. I match his careful crawl and drop my speed. If he finds the bottom, then at least I'll see him go. Taillights 2 miles ahead, they're all I know. He breaks and so I'm breaking, half a minute after him. A courtesy of distance in the weather and the dim. I don't know if he's local or as lost in this as me, but he's the only lit thing I can see. Somebody's out there with me, running slow and holding steady. Two red eyes in the weather, saying easy son, go easy. Taillights 2 miles ahead are all the map I need. I match his careful crawl and drop my speed. If he finds the bottom, then at least I'll see him go. Taillights 2 miles ahead, they're all I know. There was a stretch in Kansas in the winter of the freeze, when a stranger's chains ahead of me were all that got me east. I never got beside him, and I never learned his line. I just followed what was steady into mine. Somebody's out there with me, running slow and holding steady. Two red eyes in the weather, saying easy son, go easy. Taillights 2 miles ahead are all the map I need. I match his careful crawl and drop my speed. If he finds the bottom, then at least I'll see him go. Taillights 2 miles ahead, they're all I know. It isn't friendship quite, and it isn't any kind of debt. It's the oldest arrangement that a road has ever set. You go and I will follow, and I'll leave my beams up wide, so the next fool back has something for a guide. There's a chain of us tonight, from here on out to who knows where. Each one a little braver for the one that's out there. And not a word between us, not a hand, not one hello. Just two red eyes ahead that will not go. He signals at the truck stop, and he swings in wide and slow, and I follow like I followed for the last 2 hours or so. We park a row apart, and neither one of us says much, but I raise a hand, and he returns the touch. Somebody's out there with me, running
slow and holding steady. Two red eyes in the weather, saying easy, son, go easy. Taillights 2 miles ahead are all the map I need. I match his careful crawl and drop my speed. If he finds the bottom, then at least I'll see him go. Taillights 2 miles ahead, they're all I know. All the map I need tonight, all the map I need. 2 red lights in the weather at a careful, honest speed. I'd have turned around to Danville if he hadn't been ahead. Taillights 2 miles ahead. I picked him up past Danville, where the shoulder starts to break. A paneled truck, a ladder rack, a load he shouldn't take. He hasn't gained a foot on me in 27 miles, and I've come to think of him in friendly miles. Somebody's out there with me.
Coffee at the truck stop, 40 cents and free refills. The windows full of weather and the parking lot's all wheels. The cook has one bad shoulder and a radio that fights. He has fed the whole of Highway 6 tonight. There's pie beneath the dome that's been there since the fall. Coffee at the truck stop, that is all. The bell above the door gave up at 8 o'clock or so. It's been ringing every minute since the highway said no. Now it just hangs there quiet, like it did its part and quit. And the room fills up with everyone it hit. Coffee at the truck stop, 40 cents and free refills. The windows full of weather and the parking lot's all wheels. The cook has one bad shoulder and a radio that fights. He has fed the whole of Highway 6 tonight. There's pie beneath the dome that's been there since the fall. Coffee at the truck stop, that is all. He's got 2 burners going and a stack of yellow plates, and he calls the orders back the way a man does when it's late. No ticket and no writing, just a nod and then a name, and somehow every plate comes out the same. Coffee at the truck stop, 40 cents and free refills. The windows full of weather and the parking lot's all wheels. The cook has one bad shoulder and a radio that fights. He has fed the whole of Highway 6 tonight. There's pie beneath the dome that's been there since the fall. Coffee at the truck stop, that is all. The soldier wants it black and takes the stool against the wall. The salesman wants a menu, though he'll order none at all. The farmer's had 3 cups and hasn't taken off his hat, and nobody has mentioned where they're at. Coffee at the truck stop, 40 cents and free refills. The windows full of weather, and the parking lot's all wheels. The cook has one bad shoulder and a radio that fights. He has fed the whole of Highway 6 tonight. There's pie beneath the dome that's been there since the fall. Coffee at the truck stop, that is all. There's a thing about a counter that a table never does. It puts you in a row with men you'd never sit across. You look ahead at bottles and you talk out to the glass, and it's easier to say a thing that way. The cook keeps moving down the line and fills you when you're low. Without a word, without a look, he seems to know. And by the second hour, there's a we where there was none. 12 strangers and a percolator run. Somebody buys the counter, and it isn't even close to what the night has cost him or what any of us owes. The cook rings up a number that is less than what it should, and says the storm makes bad math turn out good. Coffee at the truck stop, 40 cents and free refills. The windows full of weather and the parking lot's all wheels. The cook has one bad shoulder and a radio that fights. He has fed the whole of Highway 6 tonight. There's pie beneath the dome that's been there since the fall. Coffee at the truck stop, that is all. 40 cents and free refills, 40 cents and free. A window full of weather and a stool that's meant for me. The bell above the door has nothing left to say at all. Coffee at the truck stop, that is all. That is all. Ten of us and none of us was headed the same way. Wet boots by the door, in a line like they might stay. A salesman and a soldier and a man who won't sit down. The whole displaced republic of this town. Somebody feeds the jukebox with a nickel and a prayer. Wet boots by the door and steam in the air. The first hour nobody talks except about the rain. How much and for how long, and whether it'll come again. It's the only thing we own between us, so we spend it slow, like men who know they've nowhere else to go. 10 of us and none of us was headed the same way. Wet boots by the door, in a line like they might stay. A salesman and a soldier and a man who won't sit down. The whole displaced republic of this town. Somebody feeds the jukebox with a nickel and a prayer. Wet boots by the door and steam in the air. The second hour it's engines, and the third it's where you're from. And by four the soldier's talking about somewhere that he's from, that he hasn't said out loud to anyone in years. And the room gets awful careful with its ears. 10 of us and none of us was headed the same way. Wet boots by the door, in a line like they might stay. A salesman and a soldier and a man who won't sit down. The whole displaced republic of this town. Somebody feeds the jukebox with a nickel and a prayer. Wet boots by the door and steam in the air. The man who won't sit down has walked the length of it all night, from the register to the window and the window to the light. He's got a reason waiting somewhere past the water and the dark, and every hour cost him something stark. 10 of us and none of us was headed the same way. Wet boots by the door, in a line like they might stay. A salesman and a soldier and a man who won't sit down. The whole displaced republic of this town. Somebody feeds the jukebox with a nickel and a prayer. Wet boots by the door and steam in the air. You can live a whole life sideways to the people that you pass. 10,000 at the pumps and at the counters and the glass. And then a river comes up over what you meant to do, and leaves you in a room with 9 of you. And it isn't that we're friends now, and it isn't that we'll write, but there's something that we made in here tonight that'll sit with me at breakfast in a town I'll never name. Like a coat that somebody left and it fits the same. The salesman falls asleep at last with samples in his lap. The soldier reads a menu that he's read a dozen times. The farmer's finally taken off his hat and set it on the map. And the boots by the door are steaming into lines. 10 of us and none of us was headed the same way. Wet boots by the door, in a line like they might stay. A salesman and a soldier and a man who won't sit down. The whole displaced republic of this town. Folded to the county with a coffee ring for shame. A map somebody left behind without a name. Pencil marks and crossings out from someone else's night. Way around the water, more or less, and mostly right. I trace it with a finger while the storm goes on outside. A map somebody left me for the ride. It was under the napkins in the rack against the wall. 1968 edition, so the numbers aren't all. The rivers don't move much, and neither do the hills. And a road that got you through one flood still will. Folded to the county with a coffee ring for shame. A map somebody left behind without a name. Pencil marks and crossings out from someone else's night. Way around the water, more or less, mostly right. I trace it with a finger while the storm goes on outside. A map somebody left me for the ride. There's a rootin' heavy pencil going 12 miles out of true, around the low bottoms and the places water goes, and an exit every crossing that whoever it was blew, with a note that just says winter, and it shows. Folded to the county with a coffee ring for shame. A map somebody left behind without a name. Pencil marks and crossings out from someone else's night. Way around the water, more or less, mostly right. I trace it with a finger while the storm goes on outside. A map somebody left me for the ride. I spread it on the counter, and the farmer leans to see. He says he knows that pencil, and he says a name to me. A man who ran a milk route out of Bethel until spring, and has been 10 years gone from everything. Folded to the county with a coffee ring for shame. A map somebody left behind without a name. Pencil marks and crossings out from someone else's night. Way around the water, more or less, and mostly right. I trace it with a finger while the storm goes on outside. A map somebody left me for the ride. So a man I'll never meet is gonna get me home tonight by way of Ash Grove Corners and the high road past the mill. He marked it out for nobody in particular in the light of a night like this one, sitting where I sit still. And I'll put it back exactly where it lived behind the rack. Folded to the county, coffee ring and all, for whoever's here in 20 years when the water's coming back, and the same green bridge is standing, and the same rain starts to fall. Copy out the numbers on the back of my receipt. Route 11 to the Ash Grove, then the high road, then the street. It's 12 miles more than nothing, and it's dry the whole way through. A map somebody left, and now it's true. Folded to the county with a coffee ring for shame.
A map somebody left behind without a name. Pencil marks and crossings out from someone else's night. A way around the water, more or less, mostly right. I trace it with a finger while the storm goes on outside. A map somebody left me for the ride. Without a name, without a name, and mostly right. Somebody's careful pencil on a 1969. I'd have never found the ash grove, and I'd never have arrived. A map somebody left, and I'm alive. The lot fills up with engines turning over one by one, and every man remembers where he's from. Somebody hits the highway and the rest of us all know. The rain lets go, and so do we, and so it's the quiet that awakes you, not the noise when weather breaks. A hole punched in the drumming and you're up before you're up. The window's running clear now and the parking lot's a lake with 100 yellow lights in every cup. The rain lets go at 4 o'clock, the way a fist unclenches slow. The gutters quit their arguing, leaves have nothing left to throw. Turning over one by one, and every man remembers where he's from. Somebody hits the highway and the rest of us all know. The rain lets go, and so do we, and so the soldier's up and buttoning before the cook can pour. The salesman's got his samples and he's halfway out the door. The man who wouldn't sit down is already turning wide and taking all his reasons for a ride. The rain lets go at 4 o'clock, the way a fist unclenches slow. The gutters quit their arguing, thieves have nothing left to throw. The lot fills up with engines turning over one by one, and every man remembers where he's from. Somebody hits the highway and the rest of us all know. The rain lets go, and so do we, and so now the county man comes out to pull the sawhorse off the line, and the river's dropped a foot and a half since 9:30. There's a sound of second gear from every corner of the lot, and a hurry in the men that they forgot. The rain lets go at 4 o'clock, the way a fist unclenches slow. To throw. hits the highway and the rest of us all know the rain lets go, and so do we, and so all night we were country, and at 4 we were a crowd, and by 10 past we were nothing but a line of taillights loud on a road that had forgotten it had ever said no to a dozen men with somewhere else to go. I got my hand up halfway, and I don't know if he saw the one who ran ahead of me and kept me off the wall. There's no time for it now. There's a bridge and there's a run, and the whole sky's coming open, and the sun. Clutch out easy, and I feel the load come round. The lumber shifts and settles, and I take it to the ground. The tall lights of the truck stop, go to nothing in the glass, and the water's letting everybody pass. The rain lets go at 4 o'clock, the way a fist unclenches slow. The gutters quit their arguing, thieves have nothing left to throw. The lot fills up with engines turning over one by one, and every man remembers where he's from. Somebody hits the highway, and the rest of us all know the rain lets go, and so do we, 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 and so. A fist that's been all night clenched and finally lets go. The county's coming out of it, the morning's on the run. The rain lets go, and here comes everyone. That it borrowed for a night, low fog on the valley road, and everything's too bright. The fence posts come up sudden, and the barns are only tops, and the whole world is a thing that starts and stops. It's the strangest kind of morning that a man can take a hand in, low fog on the valley road and land. It sits about the height of a man standing on his toes. So you see the trees from mid-trunk and the roofs and not the rows. A silo is an island and a hilltop is a boat, and a cow is just a head and then a throat. The water leaves a country that it borrowed for a night, low fog on the valley road, and everything's too bright. The fence posts come up sudden, and the barns are only tops, and the whole world is a thing that starts and stops. It's the strangest kind of morning that a man can take a hand in, low fog on the valley road and land. The Ash Grove Road is dry the way the pencil said it'd be. 12 miles of somebody's kindness that he never gave to me. There's a mailbox at the corner with the flag put up for mail, as if last night was ordinary, as if nothing came to fail. country that it borrowed for a night. Low fog on the valley road and everything's too bright. The fence posts come up sudden and the barns are only tops, and the whole world is a thing that starts and stops. It's the strangest kind of morning that a man can take a hand in. Low fog on the valley road and land. Truck pulled over with his hood up in the wet. He waves me on and grins about a thing he hasn't fixed yet. I would have stopped for anyone but him, I nearly cried. He's the two red eyes that got me through the night. The water leaves a country that it borrowed for a night. Low fog on the valley road and everything's too bright. The fence posts come up sudden and the barns are only tops, and the whole world is a thing that starts and stops. It's the strangest kind of morning that a man can take a hand in. Low fog on the valley road and land. There's a debt you cannot settle and a thanks you cannot give, because the man does not remember and he wouldn't take it if. And so it goes downstream from you to somebody you'll meet on a night that's coming later in the sleet. The farmer said the milkman marked the map in '68, and the milkman's 20 years gone from the road. And here I am at 7 with a load. I'll get there late, paying interest on a debt I never owed. Like it's being called away, and the valley comes up whole again in pieces through the day. The river's back inside its banks and sullen as a boy who broke a thing he only meant to enjoy. The water leaves a country that it borrowed for a night. Low fog on the valley road and everything's too bright. The fence posts come up sudden and the barns are only tops, and the whole world is a thing that starts and stops. It's the strangest kind of morning that a man can take a hand in. Low fog on the valley road and land. Everything's too bright, everything's too bright, everything's too bright and new. A silo like an island and a hilltop coming through. The country that the water kept is being handed back. Low fog on the valley road and track. The sun comes up wet on a county that has drowned, on the shine of every surface and the standing on the ground. It doesn't come up sorry and it doesn't come up proud. It just comes up early
and it comes up loud. On the hoods and on the gutters and on everything that's set, the sun comes up wet. There's a light you only get the day after a flood, when the air has had the dust knocked clean out of its lungs. Everything is edges, and the greens are in the blood, and the whole valley's a bell that has been rung. The sun comes up wet on a county that has drowned, on the shine of every surface and the standing on the ground. It doesn't come up sorry and it doesn't come up proud. It just comes up early and it comes up loud. On the hoods and on the gutters and on everything that's set, the sun comes up wet. The men are in the bottoms with the trousers to the knee, walking out the damage in a line across the corn. Somebody's whole year is lying flat as far as you can see, and somebody's whole year isn't further on. The sun comes up wet on a county that has drowned, on the shine of every surface and the standing on the ground. It doesn't come up sorry and it doesn't come up proud. It just comes up early and it comes up loud. On the hoods and on the gutters and on everything that's set, the sun comes up wet. I've got no stake in any of it, I'm just passing with a load. But I pull off at the ash grove and I stand there for a while, because a morning like this only happens on a road, and it's worth the 20 minutes and the mile. The sun comes up wet on a county that has drowned, on the shine of every surface and the standing on the ground. It doesn't come up sorry and it doesn't come up proud. It just comes up early and it comes up loud. On the hoods and on the gutters and on everything that's set, the sun comes up wet. There's a mercy in the ordinary starting up again, the tractor and the school bus and the flag put up for mail. The county doesn't grieve out loud, it puts its boots back on and it walks the rows and counts what didn't fail. I've made a life And today I stayed to see it, and it went into my parts like a nail that's driven true into the dark. The steam comes off the blacktop and 100 little ghosts, and they go up in a hurry like they've somewhere else to be. The bridge is open, someone says, and the county man's at post, and the far side of the water's finally free. The sun comes up wet on a county that has drowned, on the shine of every surface and standing on the ground. It doesn't come up sorry and it doesn't come up proud. It just comes up early and it comes up loud, on the hoods and on the gutters and on everything that's said. The sun comes up wet. There's a light you only get the day after a flood, when the air has had the dust knocked clean out of its lungs. Everything is edges and the county man's a post.
Everybody's road from here goes off a different way. The soldier's going eastbound and the salesman's going gray. The farmer's got a bottom field, he'll walk until it's dry. And I've got lumber and a promise and a sky. There's no goodbye that fits a night that nobody will hear, so we'll just call it everybody's road from here. We came in off the water with our collars turned up high, and we sat a common counter till the county let us by. And there isn't any word for what a night like that has been, so we put our hats on and we go again. Everybody's road from here goes off a different way. The soldier's going eastbound and the salesman's going gray. The farmer's got a bottom field, he'll walk until it's dry. And I've got lumber and a promise and a sky. There's no goodbye that fits a night that nobody will hear, so we'll just call it everybody's road from here. The cook is wiping down a counter that we'll never know, that it held a whole republic for a while there in the rain. He'll do the same tomorrow for whoever's got no place to go, and he'll never once be told that it was plain. Everybody's road from here goes off a different way. The soldier's going eastbound and the salesman's going gray. The farmer's got a bottom field, he'll walk until it's dry. And I've got lumber and a promise and a sky. There's no goodbye that fits a night that nobody will hear, so we'll just call it everybody's road from here. The map went back exactly where it lived behind the rack, folded to the county with the
coffee ring on top, and Route 11's on my dash in pencil on the back. And I'll leave it in the next place that I stop. Everybody's road from here goes off a different way. The soldier's going eastbound and the salesman's going gray. The farmer's got a bottom field, he'll walk until it's dry. And I've got lumber and a promise and a sky. There's no goodbye that fits a night that nobody will hear, so we'll just call it everybody's road from here. I ran my headlights through the rain for 7 hours in the dark, and the rain let go at 4 o'clock and set us all apart. And the sun came up wet on a county that had drowned, and I never got a single one of their names down. There's a kind of company that only weather can arrange, and it's gone before you've got it, and it's fine. You don't keep it, you don't lose it, and it doesn't want the change. It just rides a while beside you on the line. So the lot goes empty slowly, and the tall lights stay on late, and the bell above the door remembers how to ring. There's a green bridge and a river, and a county man at gate, and a Thursday getting on with everything. Everybody's road from here goes off a different way. The soldier's going eastbound and the salesman's going gray. The farmer's got a bottom field, he'll walk until it's dry. And I've got lumber and a promise and a sky. There's no goodbye that fits a night that nobody will hear, so we'll just call it everybody's road from here. It goes off a different way, goes off a different way. 10 sets of taillights leaving on a bright and broken day. I put it into fourth and let the valley disappear. It's everybody's road